Welcome to another episode of Full Contact Marriage. I'm Scott, this is my wife Stephanie, and we are going to talk about sports. So the Dallas Cowboys have a dilemma on their hands. They have two quarterbacks. A lot of teams don't have one quarterback. San Francisco, Cleveland, who else is on that list?
Lots, but it's not a dilemma at all.
Sure it is.
No, it's not. You have one quarterback, Prescott, who has gone 8-1 in the season, and he's only lost his first game. Like, I don't care if Tony Romo comes back and he says that he is ready to go. This season belongs to Prescott.
Okay, but the dilemma is that he's going to get paid $45 million
At the end of the season.
And
Well,
the following
going into
seasons,
season, yeah.
do you keep a guy that's...
No.
So what's their dilemma? Do they try to trade him?
You
What
can
if
try and
Prescott gets hurt?
try and trade him. But if Prescott gets hurt, I can tell you right now that Romo's going to get hurt.
Drawing up plays?
Like, driving to work, eating pancakes, like, this is who you're dealing with.
Right. But do they keep him as a backup? In case? Like,
But he's not going to play as a backup. He's going to either want to be the starter, or he's going to ask to let go, or he's going to come in saying that he wants to be the starter.
I don't think he wants to leave Dallas.
Well, then, unless he has decided to go from being the starting quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, who have really done nothing under him, I think his time has run out. So, and it's not even up to him, because the Cowboys will have to pay him a ton of money next year if they keep him. So why would you keep him to be your backup?
The good news is he is well aware of the situation. He had a press release, I think it was 2 days ago, talking about how he remembers when he was in that situation, and he was the young guy coming up, taking the place of the veteran player. And he seems to be quite supportive of Prescott.
I'm sure he is. But my point is, they're not going to pay him to be a second-string quarterback, although that's probably the only way you're going to keep him healthy is by having him sit on the bench.
But Prescott's not earning a big salary right now either.
No, but he will.
Right. So
It'll be the same situation as Russell Wilson. When they went to the Super Bowl, he wasn't making any money. Now he's making a ton of money. And it's going to be the same thing for Prescott.
But they can afford to keep both quarterbacks because they're really paying the one big salary.
Okay, well, if they can afford both as well as the rest of the team, then, and they're okay with paying your backup quarterback that much money, then I guess that's fine. But I think you also run the risk, if you're going to keep Romo and Prescott, you run the risk of a whole Brock Osweiler thing happening again, where Brock Osweiler was sitting behind Peyton Manning for so long, and when it was his time to go, he decided to go somewhere else. Not that it's, hurting Denver that much with who they've got right now, but their plan didn't work out either.
So, like I said, they have a dilemma. How are they going to handle the situation? There's no question on who's starting and who's playing for them. It's just, what do you do with the quarterbacks?
Well, it's the same situation. I thought you meant more like the Tom Brady situation. Like, Tom Brady was out for 4 games, and this kid comes in, and they were just hoping to go 2-2. End up going 3-1, which is slightly better, obviously. But, of course, he gets blown out on the last game that he's supposed to play. So they have no problem putting in Tom Brady. I'm not saying Tom Brady as a super not New England fan. I'm still not saying that Tom Brady and Tony Romo are on the same level at all. But it was obviously a lot easier for them to just put in Tom Brady when he came back. But it's the
same thing as if they went 4-0. If they would have destroyed the Bills that game and they would have won by 45 points, they would have had some conversations.
No, they wouldn't.
Sure they would have. Because it comes down to money. If you have a guy that goes out there and lights it up,
Tom Brady would have started that game 5. I don't care if they had went 4-0 and that game against the Bills went the other way instead of losing 40-0 or whatever it was, and they won 40-0. Tom Brady was starting Game 5.
Look at their record since. What are they now?
They'd be 4-1 under Tom Brady. Because if they're 3-1,
right. So they're holding basically the same record. So it made no difference.
It doesn't matter though. Tom Brady and Tony Romo are not the same.
It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. In hockey, if you have a hot goalie, you ride him until he loses.
Yeah, you do.
If you have an injured player, like when Crosby was injured, the Penguins were doing well, they were in no hurry to get him back, to put him back into the lineup and change the chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Same with football. If you have chemistry on the field and your quarterback is playing that well with the team that you have, do you want to risk that and bring in somebody else that plays different? For Tom
Brady, you do.
I don't care who it is.
It matters who it is. For Tom Brady, that's what you do. And for Tony Romo, you don't.
So let us know what you think about the whole Dallas Cowboys situation going on. Do you think they should keep both quarterbacks, ship one of them out, try to make a trade? We want to hear from you guys.
The CFL Western and Eastern Finals are this weekend.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah. I'm going to go sit outside in November.
Isn't that a great plan?
With a cold.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
I'm actually surprised at how close the Eastern semifinal was.
We left to go do something, and we were like...
The point spread was 3 on that game for Edmonton. I thought it could have been 30.
Yeah, we came home, and they were like... They won with a field goal at the end of the game. I thought it was going to be like 40-7.
Yeah, well, and especially Hamilton has so many injured players right now. Like they don't really have much for a receiving core. Mm-hmm. So it should be an interesting next game playing Ottawa. I think they are the strongest team in the East. I don't think they're clicking on all cylinders right now.
What do you think about Calgary sitting for 2 weeks?
I think it's going to be like how they've started most games. Really weak in the start, and then they'll take over. BC's going to be tough to beat right now. They're playing pretty well. But the Stamps are built to win. They just have to show up, and this game should be done. But 3 weeks off is a long time. I do think the weather's going to play a factor in the game. We've seen them play Saskatchewan several times, and the weather hasn't been very good. And
they've lost some.
They get destroyed.
Which, can I just say, if I sit out there in the snow and you lose, I'm pretty mad. I don't like cold.
They're just the dominant team right now. There isn't a team in the league that can compete with them, with the Stamps right now. They're that good of a team. There's no reason they shouldn't win this thing by a touchdown or 2. I think it's going to be Edmonton-Calgary in the final. But who knows, in the CFL, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Well, that's it for us on Full Contact Marriage. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook. Leave us some comments. We want to hear from you guys. What do you want us to talk about? And we will cover it. Thanks for tuning in.